Hi guys and welcome back. This is FPL Goa and today we're going to be talking about wants to watch, differentials and captain picks.
My differential for this game week is Harvey Barnes. He's only owned by about 6.1% of the managers out there right now, and he's only priced at around 6.8 million in FPL wise. So that is a pretty good mid-range price if you want to go for a midfielder, cheap sort of midfielder, because the premiums aren't really performing. Salah, Son, De Bruyne, they aren't really in that good form right now. De Bruyne is out, but I say Harvey Barnes could be a really good pick because he is in quite good form right now. Over the past 5 games, he's had 3 goals and 2 assists. So we see that he is putting up the numbers right now. So far in the season, he has an XG of about 0.37. So that's averaging about a goal every third game. Now, it might not be the greatest, but at 6.8 million, I don't think you should expect way too much. But Harvey Barnes is putting up the numbers right now. He is in good form. Madison is providing a lot of chances right now. So that is, giving Harvey Barnes the onus to get into the box and take a lot of shots. Vardy isn't in the squad right now. He's injured, so that could affect Harvey Barnes in the long term. But I still think that he is a really good option because he is really attacking in terms of his position on the pitch. He's almost the furthest man forward for Leicester, with Madison being the only one ahead of him. Coming to his opponents, Leeds United, they play Leeds United at home this game week. Leeds have conceded about 21 goals in their last 9 to 10 away games. So that's about conceding 2 goals on average per game, per away game. So that's really one thing to look out for. And Harvey Barnes in his home matches, he's had 4 goals and 2 assists in his 9 starts. So that's 6 returns in his 9 starts. So that's it shows that Harvey Barnes really favors the home matches. It could be a really shrewd differential this game. Leeds aren't the best defensively, we all know that. They concede a lot of goals, albeit they are attacking. And if you pick Harvey Barnes, it could be a really good option as a differential for this game week, in my opinion.
My differential for this game week is Bergwijn. He's owned by only 0.4% of the managers and his price is just 7 million. I think he has flown under the radar in the last few games as he has picked up 3 clean sheets in those last 3 games. And Spurs play Brighton in their next game. Also, they will be missing out on Kane, and I think someone will have to step up in his place alongside Son. And I think it's going to be the Dutchman. He had, I think, 5 shots on goal and I think 6 key passes created in his last 2 games. And Brighton have been a tough nut to crack, but I think Mourinho will be looking for blood after losing to Liverpool in his last game.
My differential pick for game week 21 is James Rodriguez. Everton play Newcastle at home in game week 21. Everton are back with their main players that were out due to injury. James is priced at 7.7 million. Last game week, James scored 1 goal and had 2 shots on target. Newcastle have been considering a lot of shots in the box in the last few game weeks. James is also on set pieces.
My differential pick for game week 21 is Mason Greenwood. Though Manchester United were defeated, a shocking defeat in fact from Sheffield United last game week where Mason Greenwood started on the bench. It gives the edge to FPL managers that he will start this game week. Also, his heroics did made Manchester United qualify for the next round for FA Cup. He had an assist and a goal to his name. He's ambidextrous and he has a knack from scoring outside the box too, which can hurt Arsenal as Manchester United are one of the great teams during counter-attack this season, at least we can say, because they really hurt the opponents when they are on counter-attack and they are really unstoppable.
My ones to watch this game week is Wilfred Zaha, and for the coming game weeks as well. Crystal Palace have a really good run of fixtures now from game week 21 to 26. They play Wolves, Newcastle, Leeds, Burnley, Brighton and Fulham during that period. So it might be good if you want to get some Crystal Palace assets into your squad, and who's better than Zaha right now. He's priced at 7.2 million, which is quite cheap I suppose for a midfielder in FPL terms. That's because the premiums aren't really performing right now and you might as well look at cheaper alternatives. 15% of the managers own him right now, so he is getting some traction in the community. Last game week against West Ham United, Palace played West Ham United at home. He did score a goal, and he did look quite threatening in that game. He got forward quite a few times. He didn't have his best game, but he did look a bit threatening. So with that goal, he scored. He got 7 points, which is pretty decent. Coming to Crystal Palace's opponents this game week, they have Wolves. This game week, Wolves aren't really the best defensively now. Ever since they shifted to 4 at the back, they look a bit fragile in defense. Over the past 5 to 6 games, we conceded about 10 goals, 10 to 12 goals. So they are averaging at least a goal conceded every game. And Palace are sort of attacking right now with Zaha, Eze, Benteke. They are pretty attacking players right now. So far, Zaha this season has been playing pretty decently. Overall, in his 17 appearances, he's had 9 goals and 2 assists, and he's averaging about 2.5 to 3 shots a game, and about 1 key pass per 90. So that's really, really good. Last game versus West Ham United, he had 4 shots and an XG of 0.5. So that's really good if you want to maybe think of getting some Palace assets in for the coming run of fixtures. Again, coming to Zaha's home form right now in the Premier League this season, he has 4 goals and 1 assist in his 9 appearances, including has an average of up about maybe 2 shots per game, and has about 0.7 key passes. So he is really involved in the attack, and if Palace do get a goal, it's more than likely that Zaha will be involved, maybe in an assist, or maybe he will be. As a once to watch, it's good to keep your eye out on Zaha. He could be a really sort of differential option, because not many of us are looking at Palace assets, but considering the run that Palace have, maybe we should. So Zaha could be a good option for the ones to watch for this game week as well as for the future ones.
I've decided to once again go with Gundogan as my one to watch for this game week. He's had 7 goals in his last 8 games, and those are strange numbers for a central midfielder. He's also had 24 shots on goal, and I don't know what Pep has done with this guy, but with the way he's playing, I think he's a must-have in the team. City plays Sheffield United at home. That City are very comfortable at home. But the thing about Sheffield is that they've only kept 1 clean sheet this season, and Gundogan played only for 51 minutes in the last game, and I think he's going to be in good shape for the game against the Blades.
My ones to watch for game week 21 is Pulisic. Chelsea play Burnley at home in game week 21. Under the new manager, I feel Pulisic will play well. Chelsea have a good run of fixtures in the upcoming game weeks. Pulisic is priced at 8.2 million. In the past 4 games, Pulisic has 3 shots on target and created 4 big chances. Burnley's defense has been performing bad in their away fixtures.
My ones to watch pick for game week 21 is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They face Newcastle United at home. Newcastle have conceded 19 goals in the last 6 game weeks. That's hell a lot of goals, and they haven't been that great. Even they lack creativity in their team, which I think is the main reason of getting poor bunch of results. Talking about Everton, both Digne and James Rodriguez are back in contention. Also, James Rodriguez got a goal to his name previous game week, which will surely boost his form. So presence of these two will increase the amount of the crosses in the final third, and we know how good poacher is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, since he had a very excellent start in this season, and hope he will continue this great form this game week too.
My captain pick for this game week is Raheem Sterling. I think Raheem Sterling could be a really good option this game week, considering City's opponents. They play Sheffield United at home this game week. He is at a quite premium price in the midfield bracket. He's 11.5 right now. But seeing as the other premium midfielders like Salah and Son and De Bruyne, Fernandes maybe to some extent aren't really performing that well, it could be a good choice if you want to pick Sterling to go and maybe get some points considering Sterling's form right now. The last game, Sterling, where he did play against West Brom away, he had a goal and an assist. So that's really good. He got 11 points, and the game before that he blanked, but the game before that he had Palace at home and he did get a goal. So that's 2 goals and an assist in his last 3 appearances. And that's I think he's hitting his form right now after a pretty slow start. He's only owned by 11.2% of the managers, so not a lot of people have him right now in their squads. That could change, of course, considering the game week and the opponents. Coming to his game against West Bromwich Albion, he played the entire 90 minutes, so it could be concerned that he could be rested against Sheffield United, but I still think he should start seeing as De Bruyne is out of the squad. And coming back to West Bromwich Albion, he played the entire 90 minutes. He had about 4 shots on target, a goal and an assist. And in that game, he had an XG of about 1.19, which is absolutely amazing. So far this season, coming to his XG, he is at about 0.4, which is pretty decent. I'd say it's almost a goal every other game, and it's really good, I think, for a captaincy choice if you really want to captain De Bruyne. If you really want to captain Sterling. Sheffield United do look a bit resilient. They did put up a good performance, a good victory against United in the last game. Ruthless right now in the attack, just scoring that victory against Sheffield United. Coming back to Sterling, in his home matches so far this season, he's had 8 appearances and he has 3 goals and 2 assists. He's averaging about 2 shots per game and is pretty untouchable in these home matches this season. He could be putting up a big score this game week against Sheffield United, and I really back him to maybe get a goal or 2 or maybe an assist or 2 and really get some good points for us.
I think Phil Foden would make a good captain pick for this game week. After blanking for 3 game weeks, I have a feeling that the 20-year-old will deliver against Sheffield. Like Gundogan, Foden featured only for 51 minutes in the game against West Brom, and he has had 7 shots and I think 8 key passes in his last 2 games. Now I know that a lot of you guys are going to go for Gundogan, but it's just my gut feeling that Foden might do better in this game and should at least bag a goal at the Etihad.
My captain pick for game week 21 is Son. They play against Brighton. Yes, I know Harry Kane is injured and many FPL managers are in doubt that is it safe to play any Tottenham players, and given the connection what Son and Kane shared, I think it was really crucial for FPL managers who owned Kane or Son or both. Last season too, when Harry Kane was out injured, Son was the person who stood up and he was really great and he delivered too. I think this season also he will deliver, considering that Tottenham had a really great summer transfer window. They have a great depth in the squad, due to which I think there will be a little less load on Son and he will surely deliver this game week. And talking about the fixtures, they have a really decent fixtures. They face Brighton this game week, as I mentioned. The next game week, that is game week 22, they play Chelsea. They recently signed Thomas Tuchel, so they will still be a bit shaky and try to adjust to the new manager. And after that, they play West Brom, who are favourites to get relegated this season. So I think it gives the edge for FPL managers to buy or keep Son and to trust him.
So there you go. We've had a wants to watch, differentials and captain picks. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and give us some feedback through the comment section. Thanks for watching again and see you again soon next game week. Cheers.